Friends, today again we will start another topic of same quantitative techniques. We have learned the three topics till now from last 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We have we have done the game theory, we have done the linear programming, and we have done the transportation problem. So we have done three topics, and today we have started the new topic, which is inventory model. Inventory model is nothing but inventory management. It is nothing but related to the inventory management. Basically, this is all about the inventory. In the inventory, what we are doing, we have a storage. We have a inventory is nothing but a storage kind of thing. The companies which have the product, which a manufacturing company which are manufacturing the products, they want to store their product in somewhere. I mean, to say in some go down kind of thing, or somewhere where they want to store those goods or their commodity. So it is nothing but it can say that it's inventory. So what cost involved in the inventory we will go and learn in this chapter. There will be a rent for that particular inventory where the goods or commodity has been stored for that particular company, rent, and there will be some charges of, I can say that the rent, after rent, some, I can say that charge for the person who gonna take care of this, so salary involved of that particular person who gonna take care of this. Then third is, I can say that transportation cost, because from one place it will go to the another place. Then we have a holding cost, which is involved to hold that particular thing. These few costs which is involved in the inventory model, which we are going to learn in the inventory management. So inventory is nothing but, I have told you that storage somewhere where we want to store. Actually what happened, we will the company will produce lot of things, lot of commodity, and when the demand is not there, so obviously the company has to store those commodity in somewhere. They have to take some storage facility provided by different or different other places. They will store that commodity or product over there, and on the behalf of that they will pay some money to the owner of that particular place. Let's start with the inventory then. Outline, what exactly is the outline? So global company profile, just like Amazon, they have a function of function of inventory. It's like types of inventory. So inventory management, we will learn ABC analysis, record accuracy, cycle counting, control of service inventories, how to control those service of inventory. So we will learn about the Amazon.com. Amazon is just like it's a I can say that it's an online company where they will sold their products online, through online. So obviously when they're selling their product online, so they require a place where they can store their product. Obviously it's a very big company, it's a multinational company working worldwide. So from just like they work in India, they work in Australia, they work in US. So each and every place they want to store their product or commodity at some place, from where, just like I will log in Amazon.com and I want one laptop or something or XYZ, any product. So what the company, so that product is already stored in the company godown or company inventory department, and from logistic that particular product will come to my place. So Amazon.com has a huge number of products from A to Z. I think they have almost each and every product. So from where they want to store that particular product, obviously they required some place where they can store those products, so that if the requirement has come, so they do not want again to raise those requirements for particular distributor or for particular company. So they have to store those products inside their godown, inside their inventory department, inside their inventory storage department. So we have taken the example of Amazon because its business is online. So each and every day they have to sell different kinds of products. Just like they have a number of shoes, they are selling number of shoes, they are selling number of electronic gadgets, they are selling number of different kind of products, not from, I can say, electronics, home appliances, each and every department they are selling. So for each and every department they need some store, they need some storage area where they can store those particular products. So for that they require, I can say, the place where they can store these kind of products. So I have taken the example of Amazon. So type of inventory, there is a lot of, I can say, different type of inventory where they are storing those data. So we'll learn these things in another slides. So outline continued. Then inventory model. What is the type of inventory model which we are going to learn? Dependent or independent inventory demand, according to the demand. Then holding cost. What I have told you, ordering cost, in which the company is ordering the product for the product. Then setup cost. Setup cost is nothing but, see, actually sometimes what happens, for inventory, while the company taking some place, might be the place is not according to the requirement of the company. So they have to create the setup for storage. Just like a company has taken, I have just given you the example, company has taken some 10,000 square feet space or 50,000 square feet space, and it's a kind of place where only the four wall is there and nothing but four wall is there, and terrace is there and nothing else. So company has to create I can say the room, or I can say the hall, according to the requirement. See, the company have different kind of commodity. So might be they have a thinking, thinking capacity, like thinking setup, like that. If we have a 10,000 square, suppose 50,000 square feet space, so we'll bifurcate this 50,000 square feet in 5 different storage part, just like 10,000 storage, or 5,000 10 storage part. So in each storage part, just like in 5,000 square feet space area, we will we will store the electronics gadgets, and in another 5,000 square feet area we will put some home appliances, and in another 5,000 area we will put some related with the clothes and shoes and etc. So they will create a setup. So for this, obviously it required a cost, because the company has taken only a plain land and the 4 walls surrounded by the plain land. So company, when they are going to set up these kind of inventory, I meant to say these kind of storage, so they required a cost for that, so which is called a setup cost. So setup cost is nothing but through which they can create the they are making, I can say that they are making the place according to the requirement, which is nothing. So they require a cost. Simple, when we creating a home, when we making a home, so we have thinking that we have taken 1,000 square feet area, so we are thinking that we require around 200 or 300 square feet area for the kitchen. So for the kitchen, when you creating a kitchen, so they require a lot of things. We require a chimney over there, we require a platform where we can put our gas burner over there, and we can we require some places where we can hold our fridge and my oven, each and everything. For these setups we have in our mind, and according to that we are creating a setup for inside a kitchen. So for that we required a cost. Obviously we required a money to create the area according to the requirement. Just like in kitchen, around in 250 or 300 square feet, we required a lot of things. We bifurcate that 300 square feet area into different parts. So just like 50 square feet area we required for suppose gas and burner and all the things, and another 10 or 20 square feet area we required for fridge, oven and all the things. So these kind of setup we required, we are calculating in our mind, and for that we obviously we require some cost, because the labor will come over there, labor will charge, then raw material will require for that, cement and concrete and all the things. So, and we require a wardrobe over there in the kitchen. So for that we require a carpenter, we require a labor. So labor cost is also involved over there. Then we require a lighting. So again, labor cost is the lighting cost and labor cost involved over there. So these all come under the setup cost, where we require the labor, where we require the raw material, where we require the some other kind of material through which we are going to create a setup. The same thing I'm going to replicate in the inventory side also, where for creating and place inventory, like I can say that we require a labor, we require a material, we require electricity. So for each and everything we require, for all these things, to take care of all these things, we require a cost. So cost is very much important while creating an inventory. Then inventory model for independent demand, the basic economic order quantity. The basic economic order quantity is which is nothing but the EOQ. We will learn that EOQ in the examination. Sometimes we need to calculate the EOQ, order quantity, economic order quantity, which is called EOQ, economic order quantity. So in the examination we have to calculate. Examiner will give you the one question where they give you the different decisions. Just like in the formula of EOQ, we will see over there is demand, there is holding cost, there is quantity. So for that, each and everything is given in the in your question paper. My mind is in the question. So we will pulling those values from the question. My mind will check what is the demand, what is the quantity, what is the holding cost. We will take those data from the question and we will put directly into the formula, and we will get the economic order quantity. It is very simple. Then what is the minimizing cost required for that? Then reorder points we require. Then product order quantity model. Then quantity discount model. What is the discount model? We will learn these things in the next slides. Then probabilistic model and safety stock. What is the see, actually when you create and inventory, there is some safety measurement we have to take care of. That might be you have to take care of the something you have to put some, I can say that, some instruments which with the help of that we can take care of at the time some unhappening things will be happen over there, just like if fire has taken place over there. So we require something through which we can we require the save those stock in the sense, save those commodity, through which we will not get that much of I can say loss. So for that we require some safety stock to create the safety over there. We required something. So even there is also cost involved. Then other probabilistic model, then fixed period system, which we are going to learn over there. Then learning objective. What is the learn? When you complete this chapter, you should be learn what you can go conduct ABC analysis, explain the use cycle counting, explain the use of EOQ model for independent inventory demand, and compute a reorder point. We'll also will check the reorder point and safety stock. We will apply for production order quantity model. We'll see over there. Explain, you can easily explain the use of quantity discount model, understood service levels, and probabilistic inventory models. These things we are going to learn after completing this chapter. Hopefully you will learn these things. Then this is Amazon.com. We have taken the example what I have told you. So the picture is very clear. If I am not going to take any example, so it is too difficult to understood those things in your mind. So basically I have taken the example of Amazon.com, which is very famous, and it's using the worldwide. So it is not difficult to the students of anywhere, either they are from India or out of India. So Amazon.com know by each and everyone. So Amazon.com started as a virtual retailer. They have started their business as a virtual retailer. No inventory, no workhouse, no overhead, just computer taking order to be filled by others. So how they are doing their business in their initial days? They have no inventories, they have no warehouse, they have no overhead even, just computer taking order. They are taking the orders from the computer and to be filled by the others. Growth has forced Amazon.com to become a world leader in warehousing and inventory management. See, day by day, initially when the Amazon.com has started their business, So that time might be they are not getting that much of business through online, because most of the people are not aware through online. Most of the people that time are aware of offline business. I mean to say, if I require a computer system, I will go a shop or I will go a showroom of the any computer. If I'm requiring Dell, so I will go to shop of Dell or a showroom of the Dell. I will go to the distributor of the Dell, and I will directly go over there and I will purchase whatever the cost they will ask me. If they will ask that my requirement is like that, I need a Dell computer which have a 2 or 3 GB RAM, i3, and with this processor, that those we will write the configuration and we will take the computer, and that time it is too difficult to bargain. So when I can say that when the online business have been started, so customer has a freedom to compare the cost from online and offline business. So you can might be that there is if the configuration which suppose you want a laptop, the configuration which you are looking for might be you will get in 30 to 30,000 in your online site in other Amazon or eBay anywhere. But the same configuration when you're going to buy from the offline, my means you are going for a distributor, Dell distributor or any other place to buy that particular laptop, you will get around more than 35 or 36,000. So that is the difference while you're going to online and offline. So that time, because Amazon don't have that much of credibility, I mean that don't have that much of customer, not frequently they are getting the order what they are getting nowadays. So that's why that time they don't require the inventory, they don't require the warehouse on those days, because if the customer order 1 or 2 laptop or 1 or 2 desktop in a day, they can manage, they can directly order those laptops directly to the company, and they are getting the discount through the company, because they have some kind of contract between the company and Amazon.com, that if we are give you the order of at least 1 or 2 computer on a daily basis, so you have to give us discount of whatever the rupee they have want. So according to that, they have some mutual understanding on that time. So that's why they don't require basically the warehouse or inventory. But slowly when their business has started taking boom, my man to say, initially if they are selling a single or 1 or 2 computers, 1 or 2 laptops, and after that when the days gone and when they started the giving the selling around 100 or 200 computers or laptops or desktop or more electronics gadget in a day, so that time it is too difficult. They required a warehouse. Growth has forced Amazon.com to become a world leader in warehousing and inventory management. So when the demand is increasing, so they have to purchase more and more computers. Suppose they require 100 computers, 100 laptops in a day. So it is too difficult to get the 100 laptops in a day time from the company or from the distributor. So what they have decided when they got more number of orders, when the demand have increases, so what they are thinking now, we directly purchase from the company 1,000 laptops or 2,000 laptops, and we will store somewhere, so that when the demand has come, so there is no, I can say, gap between demand and the storage. I mean to say, when the demand has come, the supply should be there. If the supply is not there and demand is over there, so it's the gap between demand and supply. So it is very difficult to sustain in this business, because every online company have to, I mean to say, they have some kind of scenario where they can send their commodity or goods to the customer within a week or 10 days. If so do you think that if in a 10 days they have to sell around 1,000 laptops or 1,000 desktops, if they don't have the inventory or don't have the warehouse, so it is too difficult to sold that commodity directly to the customer. So when the demand has increases, So company has to automatically create a warehouse or create a inventory for that, so that when the demand has come, they have a stock over there, and they have to directly they can deliver the product directly to the customer. So there is no gap between the demand and supply. So it is written, that's why it is written that growth has forced Amazon.com to become a world leader. Just remember this word, world leader in the warehousing and inventory management. So Amazon dot become a world leader in the warehouse and inventory management. It's a kind, you can say this is also a kind of where you can utilize Amazon.com as a real-time scenario in the inventory management or inventory model. So each order is assigned by the computer and closest distribution center that has the products. So when and when online we are ordering one order, just like I have taken one Dell laptop, I will click that I need a Dell laptop with this configuration. So that order has directly go to the company Amazon.com, and Amazon.com started the packaging of that product. So each order is handled by the computer to the closest distribution center that has the products. So if I'm ordering from Mumbai at my place, so Amazon.com not going to send those Dell laptop or Dell. Suppose I have order one Dell laptop, so Amazon.com not send that Dell laptop from the US. Amazon.com is in US. I'm ordering from India, Mumbai. So Amazon.com not going to send me the Dell laptop from US, because it's taking too much time. It's first of all, it is taking too much time. It is taking us too much cost, because the costing from US to India for one Dell laptop, and again the costing for the charges for the laptop product, then inventory cost, then logistics, each and it will gone high, very high. So what the Amazon.com has decided, they will open a center according to the requirement. When the requirement has increases, so Amazon.com what they have decided, they will open their center each and every place. So just like in each and every big cities or every country, metro cities of every country. So Amazon.com what they have decided, they will open their center in each and every big cities or metro cities. So they have their distribution center or channel in Mumbai. In India they have Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, Calcutta, Bangalore. So these are the major cities in India. So they have their center over there. So when you are going to when you're going to add one Amazon.com center in your cart, then it automatically goes to the, it's like I have ordered from Mumbai, so it will directly go to the Amazon.com Mumbai, and Amazon.com Mumbai will send me that particular product, because they have a distribution center in the Mumbai. So that's why they send me directly from the Mumbai. So it will reduce their cost of logistics. It will reduce their cost of obviously logistic only, because inventory they have to they have in one also inventory in India or might in different centers. So a flow mister of each distribution centering assign work queues. Lights indicate products that are to be picked, and light is reset. Items are placed in crates on a conveyor. Barcode scanner scan each item 15 times to virtually eliminate errors. So when you see that when these products they have their barcode, so what happened, when might be you have seen somewhere in somewhere when these they have a barcode. So these barcodes basically what happened, there is a one machine. When these barcodes are going through machine, so machine will capture that barcode, and that barcode data will send to their database center. So database center will capture that barcode and store in at their database. So what happened when that machine will again come, so it will match with that I mean to say database, that machine is already gone. So that's why this kind of error will not come, that the same barcode will not has been used in more than one product. So this kind of facility has Amazon. So that's why they can utilize thousands of products, lakhs of products in a daily. So for each and every product they have a barcode. Either you are going to order a small mouse, or either you are going to order a big laptop or desktop, anything. So each and every product they have a barcode through which they have a barcode machine. So each and every product has to go under that barcode machine, and barcode the machine will capture that barcode number and will send to their database. Why they are taking that barcode product? Because the same product with the same barcode will not again come over there. I mean to say that product has been gone or that product has been sold. So it is a kind of record into their database, so that they have sold around suppose they have sold around 1 lakh products in a day, so it will capture into their database, and it will store over there that in a daytime they have sold around 1 lakh products, 1 lakh different kinds of products, and each and every product has barcode which is stored in their database. So each and every barcode has different. So now, not like that. If suppose they have a barcode like A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This barcode number has not be again repeating. So each and every product have their different barcode. So this is the uniqueness of each and every product. Each and every product, each and every product, so that that product has not come again into the in the cycle. So it will not give you any error. So it is written that items are placed to create on a conveyor. Conveyor is like that, it is moving around that. Barcode scanner, which is machine, which is nothing but barcode scanner, scan each item 15 times, so that you can understand each product gone under barcode scanner around 15 times. So there is no chance I can say that error. So they virtually eliminate the error. So they will not get a single error, because the machine, they will capture the barcode number, it will send to their database, and there is a people are sitting over there which they monitoring their database continuously 24/7. So there is no error has been come to their database or to their software. The creates arrive at central point. Each item are boxed and labeled with new barcode. See, when a product come, just like they have first, when they want to sell this suppose mouse, what they will do, they will package this mouse properly. They will package this mouse very properly, and after that it will go to their center. They have a different kind of center. They have one packaging center, they have one product center. From product center it will move through conveyor belt to the packaging center. In packaging center, suppose they have a different department, that this is the Dell product department, this is a Lenovo product department, this is Asus product department, and this is some different product department. So what they are doing, the Dell product department will packaging at the Dell product department. Now Lenovo product department is packaging at Lenovo product department. Like that, they are I can say that they will packaging the product. They will packaging the product, and after that it will again going to the conveyor to seal. See, they will package, but sealing is done by the machine itself. So it will seal the product so that no one can open that product. So there is no air inside the packaging. It will measure by the machine, and after that they will package that product, and after that it will go to the barcode department, where the barcode will labeled with a new barcode. Each and every time there should be new barcode which is labeled each and every product after the packaging. So gift wrapping is done within a 30 package per hour. So you can say that in a 1 hour, gift wrapping done by hand at 30 package per hour. So in an hour time they are packaging 30 products. So in a 24 hour, 24 into 30, 72 products they are packaging. Initially, because that a machine was not there, when the machine has come, So it all has been done by the machine, because it is the order is very huge. Because the order is very huge. In a daytime, if you are only packaging 720 products, it is no, I can say they have to they are very behind then with their competitor. So when the machine has come, so it has been faster and faster. So initial days they are wrapping only 30 products in an hour time. So completed boxes are packed, taped, and weighted and labeled before leaving the warehouse in a truck. So these products, when the packaging has been done, when the label has been done, then weight has been done, the product which is related to the weight, then weight has been done, then the barcode has been done, then this product has gone to the warehouse by truck. You can just think here, the the product is gone from their packaging department, I mean to say full packaging department. After that will go to the warehouse. So it's a distance, there is a distance between the pack. Sometimes in some organization they have a don't much that much of distance, but obviously some organization they have a distance. So here the truck has been used to send the commodity or goods from one place to another place. So the cost is also required. Here is a transportation cost, which is nothing but truck cost. So we have learned the transportation. These transportation I'm asking about. Then order arrives at customer within a week. When these products have reached to the godown or warehouse or inventory, then these products have been taken from there only. So there is a I can say one labor one supervisor is there. What the supervisor will do when the order is come to the supervisors, they got some written order, my mean to say the computerized order, that they want the 10 Dell laptops. So they will take 10 Dell laptops and they will they will give this to the distribution department or selling department. So it will go to the distribution or selling department, and from there it will go to the customer place. So you can then it will when it come to the distribution or sell department, from there it will go to the logistic department, and from logistic department it will go to the customer place. So you can see that to selling a single product, how many channels or how many places a commodity has to move. So one place to another place, for started with the product has come, a single product has come, then it will go to the packaging department, it will go to the then label department, will labeled over there, then it will go to the barcode department where the barcode has been done, then when everything has been done, then it will go to weight department where the product has to be weighed, then it will directly go to the, from there it will go put inside the truck, and it will directly go to the inventory department, and from inventory department again it will go to selling department, from selling department again go to logistic department, and logistic department directly go to the customer hand. So this much of I can say rotation involved for a single product. So a single laptop or mouse, when you purchase from the online, it will going lot of hands and it will come directly to the you. So order at the customer within a week. So they have these things in their mind that this product has to reach at customer within a week or 10 days. So according to that they are working, because initial days it is not that much of easy to reach the product on time to the customer. So nowadays, because we have a lot of facility, so everything is done by machine. So machine is involved over there for each and everything, from packaging, for labeling, for barcoding, for weighting, each and everything machine is there. So in a hour time, just like they are doing the 30 gift wrapping in a 1 hour, nowadays machine can do more than 3000 or more than that in an hour time. So they, after they have these things in their mind that this product has to reach at the customer place in a week time or 7 or 10 days time. So according to that they are start working that I have no time. So that's why there 24 by 7 workers are doing their work. Suppose that this is, because this is the festival time. So the festival time has come in India. This is the in India is the Diwali, and in other US, they have a Christmas and Eid. In each every time when there is a lot of, I can say, number of frequency has been increased, number of order has been increased for Amazon.com. So they have to work 24 by 7, and they know that these product has to be reached to the customer place within limited period of time. Otherwise, if it not reach this product into the particular customer for this much of time, then there will be a reputation of the customer. I mean to say the company has been gone, because company is basically work on mouth, which I can say that mouth marketing, which is very much important. So the company, when the company has they don't have they have a mouth marketing. I mean to say, if I got something from the Amazon that in a week time, so I will I mean to say, I will ask my another friends, I will ask my another colleague, please purchase from the Amazon.com. He's a great product, he's sending the great product, he's getting good packaging system, they have a good customer satisfaction. So the product will reach to you within a week, or they have given whatever the time they have given, it will reach to you. They have a good rapport and the customer. So this is kind of mouth marketing I'm doing for the Amazon.com. Amazon.com for this, so it automatically increase the I mean to say demand, frequency of the customer, number of customer will increase for the Amazon.com through the mouth marketing. Someone is going to come, someone if told the negativity of the Amazon, so obviously in basically human tendency, it's a human tendency, we believe in the mouth marketing more and more nowadays. Because if I purchase something from any particular company, any particular website, if I found that no, this is not good, and I speak some negativity about those company to another my friends or my colleague, so obviously my friends and my colleague not going to purchase anything from that particular company. So it is mouth marketing very important for each and every company. They are doing their marketing, they are doing marketing through advertisement, they are doing marketing through banners, papers, online, offline, they are doing a lot of marketing, but mouth marketing is very much important. You understand this, mouth marketing is like that. If you want to purchase something and you like that product, so obviously you will tell about that particular product to 10 other people, and that 10 other people are going to about 100 other people. So this is spreading like. So it is become very easier to the company also, to if the company gets some positive response for their customer. You see that when you are purchasing something for any company, just like from Amazon or from Flipkart or eBay, anywhere, you see that there is written customer comments below that particular product. This product is very good, very good. It's a, I can say that the product is very nice and it's worth to buy this product in this cost. Like that, they have written the comments. So this is nothing but I can say that it's a response of the customer who has used that product, who they got the product in a limited period of time. So it's I can say that after reading those I can say the words or their commitment, you are trying to purchase some product. So this is kind of marketing only. So inventory. So one of the most expensive asset of many companies, representing as much as 50% of their total invested income. So I have told you that inventory is very important for any big organization, any big company. So for that they are putting a lot of money, just like it is written over there. One of the most expensive asset of many companies, representing as much as 50% of invested capital, almost 50% of invested capital, they are utilizing their inventory, because it is very much important. If you don't have an inventory, then it is too difficult to survive in the market, because you are getting an order. Suppose in the online company you are getting the order, and then order you are going to give some distributor. If you are, I'm again taking the example of laptop only. If you have given your yeah, my mind is an online company got 100 laptop order in a day, and that order has gone to the distributor of Dell. So it is too difficult that time, in a week time or in a 10 days time, to give 100 laptop to that distributor to the directly to the online company, because might be it is available or might it is not available, and obviously 100 laptop is not available to any of the distributor in a daytime, in a week time. So it will become too difficult for the company to supply that 100 computer to their customers. So again, it is gap between demand and supply. So when there is a gap between demand and supply, obviously it will impact on the customer of that particular company. So obviously when the customer will hurt, it will give the negative marketing for that particular company in the market. I am if I order a product to XYZ company and I will not get that particular order in a week or 10 days time, so what I will ask is my friends that don't purchase anything from xyz.com, because it will not give you order in a particular time. If they are going to tell that your order will reach at your place in a 10 days, I assume that my order will reach my place at least 1.5 months or 2 months. So what is this? This again the negative marketing. I'm doing the negative marketing for that particular company. So again it will impact on that particular company, and it will sale will become from here to here. So it will declining. The sale is declining from like a sine curve. It will again boost, then it will going to down. So they have to take some inventory, or they have to take some warehouse where they can store their product. So suddenly if they got a huge requirement, so they can satisfy their customer with that particular product in a given period of time. So operation manager must balance inventory, investment and customer service. So the operation manager is, in any company, he is a middleman between the inventory and the customer service. So when the customer has ordered one particular product, so operation manager has to take care of that particular product is available in the inventory or not. If it is not available, so how much time it will take to buy that product, and it will reach to the company inventory from somewhere else. So it's the operation manager responsibility. So operation manager play an important role between customer and the inventory. Sometimes the product is there in the inventory. That time operation manager has to immediately ask to my mind to say, ask the inventory supervisor that they require this product, and it will reach to the customer place at given period of time. So operation manager is become the play and key role, I can say, between the customer and the inventory. So if the operation manager is fails to produce their duty on a time, so it will obviously impact on the company sale, company responsibility, company role, and will always sales going to down. If the sales going to down, then it will impact the company whole and soul. If the company have their they have their they have the stock market, so it will stock market going to down of the company, and there's a lot of things can happen with that particular company. So operation manager has to take care of these things, because he play a key role between the customer service and the inventory management. The function of inventory, which is very much important. What exactly the function of inventory? To decouple or separate various parts of the production process. See, actually, production process, when the product, sometimes obviously if you are manufacturer, you are manufacturing the products, so you have to take care of the production process. I mean to say, you have to prepare a chart. If you have some software, then it is well and good. Otherwise, you have to prepare a chart that suppose I'm manufacturing the again because from initial onwards I'm taking the example of laptop. So I'm taking again. I have a laptop. I have a suppose 2000 motherboard we are producing in a day. Suppose example 2000 motherboard we are producing in a day, and if we require that we are not suppose we required in a week time required some 10 or 15,000 motherboard which we need to inbuild inside a laptop. We don't have that much of capacity, so we need to ask the production manager that we required 15 to 20,000 motherboard in coming week, and we don't have that much of capacity now in our godown, and we in our warehouse we have right now around 10,000 or 2 or 3,000 I can say motherboard, and we require another 15,000 in a week time. So you have to ask to the production manager, and what the production manager do? Production manager will increase the production, will increase the production of the product. So it will work on, so it will producing 24/7. There might be the shift has been started. So each and every labor has to work. Labor they will hire more and more contractual people, or they have to hire some more people who they work for in a shift. So there is 24 hours is there, and most according to the labor law only 6 to 8 hours has to be worked by a single people. So might be they have to start a 2 or 3 shift over there. So 8 hour shift is there. So in 8 hours they have to calculate that in a week time we require around 15,000 more motherboard. So how we'll manage that? So how we can allow more and more labor to start working? So in the 24 hours, how we can produce more and more? So according to that, these setups has taken by the production manager, and the production manager has to take care of this. That in our time we are producing around 10 or 15, 5 or 6 or 10 suppose motherboards. So how we can achieve our goal and how much time it will take? So these things has to our production manager has to the operation manager or supervisor in charge of that particular inventory, that we can do this. It is possible to produce another 15,000 motherboard in this given period of time or not. So these things has to be. So each and every department has to communicate with their subordinate department. So it is very important, because sales has to communicate with the production, and production has to communicate with the inventory has to communicate with the sales. So each and every department has integrated with each other. So to decouple the firm from fluctuations in demand and provide a stock of goods that will provide a selection for the customer. So there obviously there is a fluctuation in demand. Sometimes demand is too high, sometimes demand is too, just like festival season has come, so demand has become too high for each and every product, because there is that time lot of sales are going on. So customer is more enthusiastic to purchase the product on that time, because they are getting some discounts on each and every product. So decouple the firm from fluctuation in demand and provide a stock of goods. If suppose the demand has rise, company has put some product in a sale, and the company after that time company is thinking that we can sell around 25,000 product. We have that 25,000 laptop, and we can sell the 25,000 laptop in particular period, and suddenly the demand has increases. That demand has become from 25,000 to 35 or 40,000, and at the time of company don't have a laptop, so it also become bad image for the company. So it's a goods that will provide a selection for the customer. So my mind is the customer has select the product, but company don't have that product at the time, so it is also difficult. So company has to think before doing this kind of stuff. Company has to think what the demand is there and how we can fulfill the demand of the customer. To take advantage of quantity discount, see, I have told you, so discount, the company has given you the discount, so that the company has to think that if we are going to have, we are giving the discount for such a product and the demand has increased, how we can manage with the stock and demand. So supply and demand. So it should, there should be not a small gap, there should be no gap, I can say that, so that the company's reputation will not become bad in the market, to hedge against inflation. So when the inflation has come, that time also they have to manage their department of products. Types of inventory. Types of inventory is like raw material purchased but not processed. Sometimes we require, sometimes we have requirement. We are thinking that raw material, just like taking the example of raw material. For creating motherboard, suppose we required some raw material, we require some wire, we require some plates and all, electronic plates and all. So we have purchased that raw material, and but when the material cost is very down, that time we have purchased. Suppose we are thinking that in the future the material cost has been, raw material cost has been increased, so we have purchased numbers of that product and all. When we have purchased the number of product, raw material, and where to keep that raw material, where we are going to keep, we are not going to keep this particular product in the office, in the corporate, so we require the inventory for that. Obviously we require inventory for the finished product, but we also require the inventory for the raw material also, where we are going to put that particular raw material. So we require the inventory for the raw material. So we are going to put that raw material in that particular inventory. So if just like in the starting, I have given an example of if the company has purchased around 50,000 square feet land, so they have to keep some space for their raw material also, where they can keep their raw material. So purchase but not processed. So it is purchased but not processed, because the demand is slow, demand is not that much, so they will keep the raw material as they have purchased. When the demand will high, raw material will go to the production department and it will start producing that particular product. So work in progress, undergoing some change but not completed, a function of cycle time of a product. Sometimes the product has come, but it is not reached to the finished product. So that time also, suppose 1,000 or lakhs have been products, lakhs of products are there, which is in the process. I mean to say, in the process, in the sense, they are in the process, they are not become a complete product. So that time also we require a place where we can keep that product. So for that also we require some inventory where we can keep that product. And when again, suppose 10,000, see, actually there is a department, what I have told you, there is a department for each and everything. There in the production also, each and everything has a department. Suppose when we started the motherboard, we have taken the electronic plate. In the electronic plate, you can see, when you see the motherboard, there is a lot of chips over there, lot of chips. So initially, suppose there is 100 chips we have to inbuild on that particular motherboard, but we have in a daytime particular daytime we are only inbuilt around 30 to 40 chips. So again 60 chips we have to again build, then it will become the complete product. Otherwise still it is not become a complete product. So 40 chips we have inbuilt, but 60 chips still we have to inbuild over there. So what we will do, we will keep that particular product aside, and we will again next day or some another day we will build 60 chips over there. So to reach that finished product, still there is some phases is required. So that particular product we also require some inventory or some warehouse where we can keep that product. So when we can keep the raw material, then these kind of products. Then MRO. MRO is nothing, maintenance, repair and operating, necessary to keep machinery and process productive. So for that also we require some place where we can keep the, I can say, machinery, and to keep the machinery productive and all the things we require some instruments. For that also we require some inventory. And then finished goods, obviously completed product awaiting shipment. Before shipment the finished good has to be at some particular place, which is nothing but inventory, and after shipment it will go to the sales department, or after that from logistic, and it go to the customer place. So these things, I mean to say MRO, which is maintenance, repair, and operating. For that there is a lot of instruments. Just like we have some big machines, broad machines, which we are carrying to understand what exactly gone to this particular packaging. Suppose some packaging machine has been failed due to some reason, and at that time we don't know what is the reason, and the engineers or supervisors are not able to identify what exactly the reason. For that we require some another machine to identify the reason what exactly gone to the packaging machine. So for that per machine which is going to identify the reason, that is also very big. So we could not keep that particular machine in the factory because there is no place in the factory. So what we will do, that kind of machine is also placed somewhere. So for that we require some inventory or warehouse, and that particular machine will come from that warehouse, and it will check the production. I mean, it's a packaging machine. What exactly the issue is there, and we will identify with that. We will identify this is the problem, so that's why it is not working. When we are going to identify, and we will my mind is we will identify the issue and we will solve the issue. So after that, that machine has to be the machine which we bring for identify the issue. That machine has to be kept again that particular place where from where we'll take in that machine. So for that we require inventory also. For that also we require some inventory. Finished goods. Then material flow cycle. What exactly the material flow cycle? You can see that it's a simple example they have given. Input. These are the inputs. These are the raw materials. I can say these are the. You can see these are the raw materials. Wait. These are the when the raw material has come into the company. When the raw material has to come to company, there is one inspection. Wait for inspection. I mean, this a particular person is there who is going to inspect this particular product. This raw material has to inspection. That the raw material, what the raw material we have ordered, it has come properly or not. So this person is inspection that particular material. Then wait for move. When he is inspecting, so when he will give the clearance of this particular raw material, then it will go ahead. It will go ahead. Obviously, we can't take this much of bulk of raw material in with their hand or not. For that we require some machine. So that these are machines, or we can say vehicles, which is basically used to load this, and it will keep at place where from there it will starting phase of to producing a finished product. So it will keep, or then it will move on. It's a moving time, so it will move but it will go to another department. Then wait for queue for operation. It will keep over, then it will start the operation over there. Then this setup, it will again going to setup. Might be some issue has come, so it will again setup time. Then it is run time, and it will going to the output. So this is total cycle of a material flow cycle, which I can say that. So total 100% have bifurcated, and 95% till 95% it is setup time from input to setup time, and 5% is a run time. You can see there it is a run time, and it will going to the output, showing the output over here. So this is all the big material time flow cycle. Inventory management. How inventory items can be classified? So inventory, how the inventory can be classified? How the inventory items, listen, the items has been identified, and how accurate inventory record can be maintained. So this is very important to maintain. Second point, I am coming to second point. It is very important to maintain the inventory record. For that, you require some kind of software. With the help of that, you can maintain your inventory record, or you require some because see, in inventory there is lakhs of products. So it is not possible to each and every time you manually maintain each and everything. If you're going to start manually maintain each and everything, it will take a lot of time, and it will when the product when the Material will come into your inventory, still you are calculating the old material, you are not able to calculate the additional material, so it will take a lot of time. So to overcome this with this problem, there is a lot of software has come which will taken care by inventory management. So what you need to do, you need to only create one chart, or you need to create one I can say Excel sheet, and you have to keep the product, how many products in your inventory. Just like if you have 100 products in your inventory, so you have to only you need to initially starting days when you have installed the software, you need to only write your initially 100 products, and just like a laptop, desktop, computer, then your mouse, keyboard, each and everything you have to written like that, and that's it. And after that, each the numbers of the products you have to write, and after that you have to put this into your system software. So software, what will do, it will take that particular data and it will record into in their system. When it will record in their system, and once it will reach to in their system, then after that it will automatically, you can in the future you can automatically change the data each and every. So every time you don't need to require manually, you have to do each and everything. So suppose the software will give you each and every time I mean to say attention that this product has been starting this product requires some more attention, because this product we require in the for the future. Suppose Dell, suppose I'm going to take example again, if the Dell laptop 10 Dell suppose in initial days you have 100 Dell laptop and 90 has been sold, only 10 Dell laptops in the stock, so it will give you the pop-up kind of thing, because you have created that kind of software. So it will give you the pop-up that only 10 laptops has been left in the inventory, so please purchase again Dell laptop. This kind of pop-up will come, so it will give you the attention that only 10 Dell laptop we have, so we have to again order for Dell laptop, so that when the demand has come, so there will be no gap against supply and demand. So these things you can, so for this, so it is easy for the my mentor supervisor of the warehouse to understand, because otherwise it is too difficult. Each and every time they have to go and they have to count, oh, 10 laptop is remaining only, then they have to maintain, then oh again 5 only 5 mouse is remaining, so again mouse is required. So only my mentor say supervisor has to sit in front of the laptop computer, and it has to check only what is the how much record for each and every time, how much record we have, and how much how much product we have and how much product we require. So it's become an easy to maintain for the particular supervisor. Then it's ABC analysis, what we have told you about. So divide inventory into 3 classes. Each and every inventory we are going to divide in 3 classes. What exactly are these 3 classes? Based on the annual dollar volume, how much volume we require. First, class A is a high annual dollar volume, class B medium, and class C low. So we can bifurcate our product in 3 parts: class A, class B, and class C. Class A high annual dollar volume, class B high annual dollar medium, and class C low annual dollar volume. So what exactly the class A will do? Class A is high value annual dollar volume. In the sense we have a high demand of this, highly demand. My mind is the demand is very frequent. In the second, we have to think about the medium annual dollar volume. Third, demand. Depending on demand, sometimes we require. See, actually, you have a number of laptops. You have a number of companies of laptops. You have a Dell. You have Asus. You have a Lenovo. You have a HP. You have a Compaq. Suppose 8 to 10 laptops you have. But you realize that we required a high volume of laptop of Dell, because Dell demand in the market is too high. So you have to think. Then after that we required a Lenovo, medium demand. Then after that we required a HP and others. it's a low demand. So these things you have to keep in mind. So if you keep these things in your mind, so every time there is no need to each and every time you need to calculate, because when the Dell laptop is going to slowly going to decrease in your inventory, each and every time you are going to ask to the distribution or sell person, then we need a more and more Dell laptop. They used to establish policies that focus on the few critical parts and not the many travel ones. We have to create some policies. We have to establish some policies for that. Just like item stock number. These are the stock numbers. The percent of numbers of item in stock 20% and 30%. Annual volume units. For this stock number 1000 is 500. For this much. Unit cost for this is $190. So annually 90,000. 154 this much. Then this much annually demand, and percentage annual dollar volume. See, we can see that high demand is this is a high demand. So A class. This is the second medium demand. B class, like that. This is the ABC analysis. High volume and low volume. The cost, see, if the cost is high and annual demand is high, see here this product is required 1000 annual units. This product is required 1000. This product is required 1550. So you can see that this is the highest demand, but cost is very low. Here it is demand is good, cost is medium cost. It's okay cost. So you can see that, you can analyze that. With the help of that, you can analyze that how we required more and more volume of these particular products, and we have a medium requirement of these particular products. So you can see that we have a high demand of these particular products. For this, so you can understand, oh, we require a high demand of this particular product. So we have to keep these products in our stock anyhow. So if the demand should be there, demand should be not be minimized or less. If the demand is demand is always high, but stock should be there, supply should be there. If the stock is there, obviously you can supply. If the stock is not there, you cannot supply. So stock, you need a stock. There should be good stock of the particular company, of the particular product. So you have to think about that. See, stock, we need a stock of these particular products. A stock number this and a stock number this. So we need a stock of this particular 20%. Percentage of item stocks, only 20%, 30%. We need more and more stock of this particular product. We need a more and more stock for Dell because its demand is too high. Demand is too high. If the one computer is 30,000 rupees, so we require 30,000, and annual demand is 1,000, 30,000 and 1,000, around 30 lakhs. So 30 lakhs we are getting annually for this particular product. If demand is too much high, so we need a more and more Dell laptop, like that. So you have to do this analysis for that. You have to do this analysis for that. This analysis actually help out the supervisor to understand what is in demand nowadays, for what product is in demand, which kind of product is in demand. So with the help of that we can do the same thing. This is the C. Volume stock is too much, but cost is very much low. You can see 60.60 paisa, $0.20, $0.8.5. So you can see that this demand is too low, so it's a class C products. You can see that item A, item B, and item C. It's too much high. Item A, ABC analysis is high demand, medium demand, and low demand. Percentage of inventory item and percentage of annual dollar uses. How much dollar we have used for this particular products. Other criteria that annual dollar volume may be used: anticipated engineering changes, delivery problems, quantity problems, and high unit cost. So another criteria that annual demand volume can be, see some other criteria: anticipated engineering changes. Engineering in the sense your production changes, how the we have to anticipate what the exactly the engineer when production has been changed, we require some good machines so they can give you some product really fast. So or for that delivery problem, we have some delivery in the logistics side, we have some problem. So we have to think that we require some more trucks or we require some more manpower so that the delivery should be not hurdle. Then we quality is very much important for any product. So if no one can compromise in the quality, so quality is very much important. So each and every time we have to think about the quality. Then high unit cost. What is the cost for high unit cost? It is going to high and in the market, so we have to think about that. Policies employed may include, what exactly the policy may include, you can also see that. More emphasize or supplier developer item. Tighter physical inventory control for A item. Physical inventory, if item type of A, we require a more physical inventory and more care of forecasting A item. See, we have which is demand more, we have to take care of more. If we require, if the company see that Dell laptops is in the market is very high in demand, so we have to take care of the Dell laptop, which is demand in the market, which is high demand in the market. The company has to think about that. If the Amazon.com is done their ABC analysis and they found that the Dell demand is very much high in the market, so they have to keep the stock of Dell very high, so that when any particular customer is purchasing a Dell laptop, so there should be a stock available each and every time, so that the customer has to be not regret in the future to change their product and all. So these things have to take care of the company through ABC analysis only. Then record accuracy. What exactly the record accuracy? So accurate records are a critical ingredient in the production and inventory system. So we required accurate record. If we don't have accurate record, there should be a problem. So that's why I have told that. So there is some inventory software. There is some production management software through which we can get the accurate result or accurate each and every accurate result. So when you getting an accurate result or accurate record, so it is very easy to understand your system, either you can say inventory or production. Allows organization to focus on what is needed. You don't think that what does not need, you don't think need to think about that. What is needed, you have to think about that. What exactly you need, focus what you need, what exactly you want, you have to think about that. You don't need to think about, if you want a Dell laptop, if you're thinking that you are selling 100 Dell laptop in a day, so you have to more focus on the Dell laptops. Necessary to make precise decision about ordering, scheduling and shipping. This is very important. This is very important. Necessary to make precise decision. Ordering, scheduling and shipping. Scheduling and shipping is very much important. Ordering is also important, but shipping. If your product is not reaching a particular customer on a time, your shipping, your logistic has some problem, then it should impact on your business. Because scheduling and shipping is very much important in the inventory. To reach the product into the final destination. Incoming and outgoing records keeping must be accurate. Yes, obviously, what the data, what the material is coming into your stock and what this material is going from your stock. So these have to be maintained very properly. If you're not going to make these things in a properly way, then there will be an issue. So that's why there is a software, you have to maintain those software only. Just 100 Dell laptop has come and 50 has gone. So you have to take care of that. The 100 laptop has come and 50 has gone. So finally 50 we have in a stock. So there should be 3 part in your in your software, in your Excel sheet, that 100 Dell laptop incoming, outgoing and what is balance. So incoming is 100 Dell laptops have come, 5 has gone, 50 has gone. So 50 has balance in your inventory. So at that time again when the demand has come, so you can think that only 50 I have in my inventory. So if again 40 or 30 demand has come for 40 and 30, so you can take care of that. Again you can give the order to the company, we require another 100 laptops in a this much of time. So stockroom should be secure. What I have told you, stockroom should be secure in the sense there not any fire will not take place, and some another intruders will not come over there and steal your products. So these things you have to take care of that. Cycle counting. How the cycle is counting. Items are counted and records updated on the periodic basis. You have to you need to take that in 24 hours. I need to calculate my inventory in 24 hours, once in a 24 hours. Then often used to ABC analysis and determine cycle. You see, ABC analysis is very much important, so you have to take care of that. Each and every day you have to do the ABC analysis. Has several advantages: eliminate shutdown and interruptions, eliminate annual inventory adjustments, train personal audit inventory accuracy. There should be an audit, so it will also have full the audit inventory accuracy. Allows causes of errors to be identified and corrected. If you get some error, so you identify and you can easily correct those errors. Maintain accuracy in inventory records, so it will also maintain the accuracy in your inventory records. So there should be not any problem in if you're working on the ABC model or you're working something on that. I need to go fast. We have 50 another slide. So cycle content examples is like 5,000 items in inventory, and for 500 A items, 750 B items, and 275 C items. Policy is to count A items very much 20 working days, B item 60, and C item 120 working days. So A, B, C we have quantity this much. Cycle counting policy 1 month, quarter, each quarter and each 6 months. Number of items per day counted. This is the way you have count. 20 per working day, 60, 120. So 25 days, 99, 77 days total. Control or service inventory can be critical component of profitability. Can be control of service inventories. Losses may come from shrinkage or pilferage. Applicable technique include good personal selection, training and discipline. See, when you hire a person, obviously you have to provide some training, and that particular person, just like supervisor has hired someone under him or under her. So it's a supervisor duty to train that particular person how to make a discipline, what exactly the training is required. So each and everything has to provide the particular person. Tight control or incoming shipment. It's a tight control in the sense no one can steal or no one can do here and there in the product. If the 100 product has come, it should be 100 in the inventory also. Effective control on all goods leaving facility. So when the goods are leaving, so there should be some facility, there should be some machine, or there should be some vehicle which take care of when the product is going out from the factory. It should be some effective control over there, so they can easily vehicle can go out of the factory are very big. They have centered in acres. So product when the product is coming going out of the factory, so it is not it's not easy to carry the product in a man's hand. So obviously there should be some vehicle which take care of these things. Independent versus dependent demand. So independent demand, what exactly? The demand or item is independent of the demand for other item in inventory. The demand or item is independent of, which is independent, which is not dependent on other things. The demand and item dependent upon the demand or some item of the inventory, which is dependent, like that. Holding, ordering, and setup cost. What exactly the holding cost? These terms are very important. What exactly the holding cost? Holding cost, the cost of holding or carrying inventory over time. Carrying cost, which is inventory over time. Ordering cost, the cost of placing an order or receiving goods. When you receive some goods, or when you are going to order some goods, which is ordering cost. When you holding a product, when you carrying a product, which is holding cost. Setup cost, cost to prepare a machine or process for manufacturing an order. So setup cost is cost to prepare a machine or process for manufacturing, from raw material to final product. So these are all setup cost. Holding cost, this is the category. Housing cost, building rent or depreciation, operating cost, taxes, insurances, all come under the holding cost. Just like housing cost, your rent, your building cost, depreciation, operating cost, your machine depreciated, so the machine cost, material handling cost, equipment lease or depreciation, power operating cost, labor cost is also your holding cost, investment cost, borrowing cost, taxes, insurance or inventory, pilferage, space, obsolescence, other carrying cost. So these are come under the holding cost. Holding cost vary considerably depending on the business location and interest rate. Generally greater than 15%. Some high tech items even holding cost greater than the 50% sometimes. Inventory model for dependent demand. Need to determine when and how much the order, how much to order. Basic economic order quantity EOQ. Production order quantity, how much production we are doing depends on how much we are going to give order for the production. And the quantity discount model, how much discount we are providing for particular model. This is also involved for inventory demand. The basic economic order quantity which we are EOQ, which we have learned. The production order quantity, how much production is required. Basic EOQ, economic order quantity model. Important assumptions. Demand is known, constant and independent. Demand, you know the demand, how much demand is there. It is constant and independent. Lead time is known and constant. Lead time is we also know. Recipient of inventory is instantaneous and complete. Quantity discount are not possible. No discount is possible. Only variable costs are setup and holding. Holding cost is very much important because holding cost required in EOQ. Stock outs can be completely avoided. Inventory uses over time. This is kind of inventory uses over time. So EOQ, order quantity, Q, order quantity. So Q is order quantity, O is minimum inventory. Minimum inventory is O, usage rate, and time, which is inventory level. This is the highest. High peak is inventory level. This is usage rate. This is time. This is inventory. Minimum inventory is 0. So it is going up and down, up and down. So why it is down? Initially when the your commodity or product goods has come, so it is on high. There is lot of inventory, so it is high demand. When the time has come, when the demand has come, so it is going down and down, like that. So average inventory on hand Q by 2. Total inventory order quantity is Q, so average is Q by 2. Minimizing cost. This is holding cost curve. This is holding cost curve, and this is setup order cost, which is nothing but order cost, which is also cost. So annual cost and order quantity. This is curve. Objective is to minimize total cost. Total cost, how to minimize the total cost. This is the curve for the total cost of holding and setup. Minimum total cost and optimal order quantity is Q. EOQ model. This is EOQ model. You have to understand this. Q is a number of pieces per order. Optimal number of pieces per order is this EOQ. Q star, which is called. D is annual demand. Annual demand of units in an inventory item. S is setup cost, which is called ordering cost. If you don't remember the setup cost, just remember ordering cost. H is holding cost. So annual setup cost is equal to number of order placed per year into number of ordering cost per year. So annual demand upon so number of order, which is annual demand upon number of units, and setup or order cost. So D by Q. D by Q is nothing but demand, annual demand, and number of units per order. So D by Q into S. S is annual cost, setup cost or ordering cost. So annual holding cost. Now holding cost we are going to average inventory level into holding cost per unit year. So Q by 2 into H. Holding cost is nothing but Q by 2 into H. Do you remember? So setup cost Annual setup cost, ordering cost. This is ordering cost. Do you remember? Ordering cost is Q, D by Q into S, and annual cost Q by 2 into H. So we are going to solve this. D by Q into S, both are equal. Optimal order quantities found when annual setup cost equals annual holding cost. So setup cost is directly equal to the holding cost. So D by Q into S is equal to D by Q into Q by 2 into S. So solving for Q star nothing but EOQ. EOQ. So 2ds, we are going to multiply this. 2ds is equal to Q square H. So Q square is equal to 2ds by H. So Q star is equal to 2ds by H. This will come under root 2ds upon H. 2ds upon H. This is the Q star, which is nothing but EOQ. So EOQ is equal to 2ds by H. So determine optimal number of needless to order. Demand is 1000 units. Your ordering cost is 10 per order and holding cost is 0.5 per unit per year. So you can see that formula is 2ds by H. H is setup cost or ordering cost. So D is demand is 1000, S setup cost is 10 and H is given over here. So you need to put this thing in a formula and you need to calculate, which is nothing but a 200 units. So EOQ, which is economic order quantity, which is nothing but a 200 units. So this kind of problem we can solve with the help of this. So each and everything you have to given you. So D is demand, S is setup cost, nothing but ordering cost, H is holding cost. Everything is there. So you will get Q star is nothing but EOQ 200. So expected number of orders N. Number of orders is equal to demand demand D for demand. N is equal to D by N. So D or demand upon quantity D by Q. It is cut over here unfortunately, but it is demand upon order quantity. It's divided. So D by Q. So number of expected order is equal to D by Q. So D is here upon Q star, which is nothing but a EOQ, which is written. So demand is 1000 and Q order quantity is 200. So we are going to cut 5, 2000 into 5. It is 5 order per year. We will get the order per year. How much order we are going to per year? So demand by EOQ. Demand upon Q. So we will get order. Expected time between the orders. You have to time. So number of working years upon M. Number of working days per year. So number of working days per year is how much? 250. Initially they have given. No, they have not given number of. You have to understand. Number of working days per year is 250. Only 250 days working. So number of days upon 5 we are going to order. So 5. 250 by 5 is 50 days between the order. So expected time between the two orders is 50 days. So number of working days per year upon N. So total annual cost. Total annual cost is nothing but ordering cost plus holding cost. So ordering cost plus holding cost. Ordering cost is nothing but a setup cost plus holding cost. So ordering cost is total cost is ordering cost. You have to get D by Q. D by Q is nothing but D by Q into S. So setup cost, what we have to see over here. You can see that setup cost. You can see that setup cost is D by Q into S. Ordering cost, setup cost is D by Q into S. Ordering cost, holding cost Q by 2 into H. So the same formula they have applied over there. In the total cost. So setup cost D by Q into S and ordering cost Q by 2 into H. So we know that D is 1000 and Q is 200. D is 1000, Q is 200 and to 10 is S. You can see that cost. So $10 here plus Q by 2 into H. So Q is 200 by 2 into H is 0.50. So we have multiplied over here. We will get this $100. So your total cost setup cost, total annual cost become 100. Robust model. So in the previous example, what we have seen that each and everything depends on your, I mean to say, how you calculate this. It's a total formula base. There is nothing you have to know. All the things are formula based. How much slides are there still? 40, we have 40, 78, 38 slides on. So robust model. The EOQ model is robust. It is very robust. It works even if all parameters and assumptions are not met. The total cost curve is relatively flat in the area of EOQ, economic order quantity. So total curve, what the curve is, we will going to total cost curve relatively flat in the EOQ area model. An example of EOQ. We have seen that. So total cost, we are going to suppose demand is 1500. Here they have management underestimated demand by 50%, underestimated by 50%, so 50% 1000. What is 50% of 1000 is 500, so it becomes 1500 units. Now the total cost, now we have to calculate the total cost. So D by Q into S, 1500 divided by 200 into S, $10, and Q by 2 into H. Q is 200 by 2 into H is 0.50. So it's now become 125. So the total annual cost increased by 25%. If the demand is increased by 50%, the demand question is come like that, if the demand is increased by 50%, how the total cost will be changed? If the demand is increased by 50%, the total cost will be changed by 25%. So we can calculate this with the help of formula. So inventory is very much easy. You have to put the numbers what they have given into the formula. That's it. Nothing you need to do. It's very easy. You have to understand and you have to put this into the formula. That's it. See, the actual EOQ for new demand is 244.9 units. So now you have seen that when the demand has changed, the EOQ also has changed. EOQ 2449, because EOQ is equal to under root 2ds by h. So demand is now become 1500. So in place of 1000, we have need to put 1500. So we will get this of EOQ. So only 2% less than the total cost of 125% when the order quantity was 200. Reorder points. How you will get the reorder points? So EOQ answer how much questions. The reorder point tell when the order will come. So reorder point ROP demand per day plus lead time for a new order in a demand per day. How much demand is per day? Into new order in a days, in a new order in a per day. So D into L. So D is equal to, here D is equal to D by L. So D number of working days in a year. D upon number of working days in a year. So reorder point curve like that. This is the reorder point curve. Slope, which is units per day, it's a D. So lead time here, lead time you will get, this is the lead time. You will get the lead time in which you need to I can say that you have a time in which you will get the product, and you need to, if the product is not done, there is this much of lead time you will get in which you need to send the product again to the customer. This is the inventory level units, ROP. So the same question, demand is 8000 iPad per year, 250 working days per year, lead time of order 3 working days. So D is equal to D upon number of working days in a year. D is nothing but demand 8000 and number of working days 250. So 250, 8000 by 250 is 32 units. So ROP is nothing but reorder point D into L. So D is 32 units per day, and your lead time is 3. So 32 into 3 is 96 units. You have to understand this. ROP, reorder point nothing but D into L. D, how will calculate the D? D is equal to demand upon number of working days. Number of working days in a year. In a year. So D upon number of working days in a year. So 8,000 upon 250. 250, 8,000 is demand. They have given you an iPod per year, and 250 is number of days working per year. So 32 units will get. So 32 units is, and lead time is 3. So 32 in 3, 96. Very easy. You have to put the value into the formula. That's it. Production order quantity model. When used when inventory build up over a period of time after an order is placed. When order is placed, so inventory build up. Used when inventory build up over a period of time. Inventory will build up over a period of time when order is placed. Used when units are produced and sold simultaneously. We are producing the units. Suppose we have a demand for 100 motherboards. So we are producing 100 motherboard day to day, and the same times we have demand of 100 motherboard in a day. So 100 motherboard we are producing in a daytime, and simultaneously we are selling that 100 products in the market. So demand and sold, though both are parallelly. There is no gap between demand and supply. So this, you can see that this is the curve for demand. Demand are part of the cycle with no production, and part of the inventory cycle during which production is taking place. Same. So production order quantity model. This is the production order quantity model in which Q is number of pieces per year, holding cost, daily production rate, length of the production runs in a day. So annual inventory holding cost is equal to average inventory level into holding cost per unit per year. So annual inventory level is equal to maximum inventory level by 2. So maximum inventory level is equal to total production during the production run, and total use during the production run. So PT minus DT. This is production order quantity. This is again maximum inventory level is equal to total production during the total production run, a total used during the production run. So PT minus DT, and Q is total produced. PT and T is equal to Q by P. So maximum inventory level P is Q by P minus Q by P and Q1 D by P. So holding cost here is H into Q by 2 into D1 by P into H. So setup cost. Setup cost is nothing but D by Q into S, which is ordering cost. Ordering cost is nothing but D by Q into C. Basically we are using S is here, D by Q into S. Holding cost 1 by 2 HQ 1 minus D by P. So D by Q S and holding cost, these both are equal. So Q square is equal to, new formula will come 2ds upon H1 minus D by P. In the production, this is PP stand for production. EOQ is economic order quantity, and it's a product order quantity. So that's why we have PO here. So product order quantity is 2ds upon H1 H in the bracket 1 minus D by P. This is formula. Demand is 1000. Production is 8 units per day. Demand small d is equal to 4 units per day. S is equal to $10. H is equal to 0.50. So QP production per unit 2ds upon H1 minus D by P. So we'll put the formula 2D 1000. S is 10. H 0.501 minus D by P. So 4 by D by P is 4 by 8. So 80,000. Under square of 80,000, 282.8, which is nothing but 282 hubcaps. This is nothing but production order quantity model. D is equal to 4 is equal to D upon number of days the plant is operation. So 1000 upon 250, 250 days plant is working. So 4. When annual data are used, the equation becomes 2ds upon H1 minus annual demand rate upon annual production rate. Annual demand rate upon annual production rate. So discount now quantity discount models. This is reduced prices. The prices has been reduced are often available when larger quantities are purchased. Trade-off is between the reduced produce cost and increased holding cost. So total cost between the setup cost plus holding cost plus production. So here in the previous chapter what we have seen EOQ, this is not there. Production cost is not there. So total cost become the setup cost plus holding cost. But here the production cost has been come because we are producing also. So total cost become Q by D by Q into S, Q by 2 into H, which is nothing but holding cost, and PD. PD is production cost. And the typically discount schedule, discount number 1, 0 to 99 discount quantity, no discount, $5, like that they have written over here. So step in analyzing the quantity discount. For each discount, calculate EOQ, which is Q star. If Q star for a discount does not qualify, choose the smallest possible order size to get the discount. Compute the total cost for each Q star or adjusted value from step 2. Then select the Q star that gives the lowest total cost. This is the something which is you can see over here. Sorry, you can see that it's a graph where total cost is involved over here and quantity order. You can see that this is for 1000, this is for the total cost, order quantity 1000, order quantity is 2000, and first price break over here, second price break over here, then total cost curve for discount 1, and total cost curve for discount 2, and total cost curve for discount 3. You can see that Q star for the discount 2 is below the allowable range at point A, must be the adjusted upward to 1000 units at point B. These 2 points A and B. So this is the formula. Calculate Q star for every discount. So 1, 2, 3. There is a 3 point. We can see that 1, 2, and 3. 3 points are there. So in the 3 points, we can calculate the order quantity, which is nothing but 2DS upon IP. Quantity discount example. You can see that quantity discount examples. Discount number, unit price, order quantity, annual production cost, annual ordering cost, annual holding cost, and then total cost. You will going to add this. So annual production cost, ordering cost, and holding cost. You are going to add this, so you will get final total cost. Probabilistic model and safety stock. Used when demand is not constant or certain. Use safety stock to achieve a desired service level and avoid stockouts. So ROP, which is nothing but reorder point. Reorder point D into L. Where what we have learned in the previous. D into L plus here S in plus S is annual stock cost. The sum of the unit short into the probability the stock cost plus cost per unit into number of maximum order per year. So this is ROP. When the number of unit 30, probability 0.2, total 0.1, so we can calculate this total cost over here. So ROP, you can see that ROP is 50 plus 20, 70 frames. Safety guard of 20 frames give the lowest cost. So probabilistic demand, minimum demand during the lead time. This is the minimum ROP we are calculating over here. Then maximum demand during the lead time is here. The mean demand, mean, max, and minimum, and normal distribution probability. Expected demand during lead time. Probabilistic demand. You can see that probabilistic demand over here. ROP and risk of stock out. 5% of the area of normal curve. This is the 5% the area of normal curve. ROP is going to be quantity. Number of standard deviation. Safety stock and between the mean demand. This is the safety stock. You can see that ROP and this is ROP. The order points over here. Probabilistic demand. Use prescribed service level to set safety stock when the cost of stock outs cannot be determined. ROP. reorder point demand during lead time plus Z sigma DLT. Number of standard deviation. Sigma DLT standard deviation of demand during lead time. Lead time. LDT, lead time. Demand. D stands for demand lead time. Here you can see that demand lead time. Probabilistic example. Average demand mu is equal to 350 kits. Standard deviation of demand during the lead time is equal to 10 kits. 5% stock out policy service level is equal to 95%. Using appendix I for an area under the curve is of 95%. The Z is equal to 1.65. Safety stock Z sigma DLT is equal to 1.65 is equal to 16.5 kits. Reorder point expected demand during lead time plus safety stock 350 kits plus 16.5 kits of safety stock 366.5 or 367. Other probabilistic model. When data or demand during lead time is not available, when data or demand during lead time is not available, there are other models available. When demand is variable, the lead time is constant. The lead time is variable, the demand is just opposite. You can see that when demand is variable, lead time is constant. When lead time is variable, demand is constant. When both demand and lead time are variable. Demand is variable and lead time is constant. ROP, reorder point, average daily demand into lead times in a day is equal to Z DLT, in other words, lead time demand. So it's a ZD is equal to under lead time underscore. Probabilistic example. So average daily demand normal distribution is equal to 15, standard deviation 5, lead time in a constant at 2 days is 90% of service level desired. So Z for 95% is equal to 1.28 for appendix 1. So reorder point is equal to 15 into 2 units plus Z sigma DLT is equal to 30 plus 1.285 root 2. So 30 plus 9.02 plus is equal to, which is nothing but 39. So safety stock about 9 iPods. 30 was there and 9 has increased to 39 iPods. Other probabilistic model, lead time is variable and demand is constant. ROP is equal to daily demand, reorder point is equal to daily demand into average lead time in a day. So ZD plus into daily demand into delta DLT is standard deviation. This is standard deviation for the lead time. This is the same example. And another example over here, then example here. They have calculated the reorder point. Fixed period P system. Order placed at the end of the fixed period. Inventory counted only at the end of the period. Order brings inventory up to the target level. Only relevant costs are ordering and holding. Lead time are known and constant. Lead times are independent from other. What we have seen. This is you can see that. This is the time and this is on and delivery. Like that. This is up and down target quantity. Fixed period example. This is the 3 jackets are packed, order, it is in place to order. No jackets are in the stock, target value is 15. So order amount is equal to target minus on hand inventory minus earlier order plus not at receipt plus back order. All 53 jackets you will have. Fixed period system. Inventory is only counted at each review period, may be scheduled at convenient times. Appropriate in routine situation may result in stockouts between periods, may require increased safety stock. So this is the finish of inventory model. Only you need to concentrate. I think the probability will not require much more attention. But what I am thinking that you need to concentrate on these things more and more. This is not much required order production. We have to concentrate much and more on this. In the total inventory, we have to more concentrate on this EOQ model. Was that exactly EOQ, economic order quantity model, on how it will help us out in solving the issue. So you have to understand the setup cost. What I have told you, setup cost is nothing but sometimes it will come as a setup cost, sometimes it will same as an order cost. So order cost is nothing but formula D by Q into S. D by Q, demand, quantity, and S, setup cost. This is D by Q into S. Then second one is holding cost. Holding cost, do remember Q by 2. This is D by Q into S, and again Q by 2 into H. See, when we have asked about the setup cost, S is there. Just remember like that. When we ask about the setup cost, S is there. When we have asked about the holding cost, H is there. So these S and H because of setup cost and holding cost. Here we have done change D by Q, demand by quantity and quantity by 2. Holding cost Q by 2 into H. That's it. You have to understand. So D by Q into S, Q by 2 into H. This is holding cost. So solving. Now we have to solve the EOQ, economic order quantity. So economic order quantity, when these two are equal, so setup cost is equal to D by Q into S and Q by 2 into H, both are equal. So when we are going to solve this, so this multiplies by this and this multiplied by this. So Q into Q is become Q square into H over here, and this is why when going to multiply over here 2ds. When the Q square we require, then Q square, so 2ds is become here, it will come on the denominator. So 2ds by H. So when the Q is there, so when the 2 square will turn out from here, so it will become the square root over here. So Q star is equal to 2ds by H. So it becomes square root over here. So basic formula for the EOQ is 2ds upon H. Then again, we have to solve one example, simple example. You need to put the value, that's it. D stands for demand, which is nothing but here. S is given $10 per order and H is given 0.5. So you have to put 2000 into 10.5. It is nothing but the 40,000, and square of 40,000 is 200. The same. Now we have to expected number of orders. How to calculate the expected number of orders? So number of orders is equal to demand upon order quantity. How we will calculate the expected, how the order will come? Demand upon number of orders, number of quantity. How many demands are there and how many quantities we have? So demand by quantity, D by Q. So N is number of expected order, demand is 1000 and quantity we have calculated Q is 200. So 1000 by 200 is 5. So 5 order per day we have calculated with the help of this, with the help of given this. So the question will be asked. First they will ask you, this is given you the determine optimal number of neediness to order. They will give you this. You have to calculate EOQ. When you calculate Q, then with the help of Q you can calculate the expected number of orders, which is nothing but D by Q. Do remember D by Q. So 200 here. Then you will get N, number of order. From number of order we will get expected time between orders. So expected time between orders, T is equal to number of working days per year upon N. So number of working days is 250 upon N, so 50 days between orders. So do remember this, number of working days per year upon N, N is 50, so 250 by 5, which is 50 between the orders. Then you will get T. Now we have to manage to calculate the total annual cost. Total annual cost is nothing but setup cost plus holding cost, which is nothing but order cost plus holding cost. So setup cost is formula is D by Q into S, and holding cost Q by 2 into H. So we will calculate here. So D by Q 1000 by 200 into S, $10, 200 which is H upon 2 into 0.50. So it will become 100 dollars. So total annual cost has become $100 per year. So EOQ is robust model. What you have seen that 125. If the management undeterministic demand by 50%, when the demand has increased 50%, then you have to calculate the total cost. So formula is same, D by Q into H, Q by 2 into H. So you have to put in the place of 1000 we are putting 1500. Q is same 200. The same is 200. Q by 2 into H is 0.50 same. So now it is 125. Initially it was 100. You can see that. Initially it was 100. When the demand is 1000, it was 100. When the demand has become increased 50%, so it increased 25%. So total annual cost increased by 25%. So 50% demand has increases, so 25% annual cost has been increased. You can see that. Now, when the demand has increased 50%, so we have to calculate Q again. So when you are going to calculate the Q again, so the same formula what we have used over there, which is 2ds upon H. So 2ds, 2d is now become 1500. So 1500 2d Q is 2449.9. Sorry, 2d. What is exactly the formula? 2ds upon under root 2ds upon H. So 2 into D. D now become 1500. S the same is 10. Add is same the 10. S is same. S is same 10. H is 0.15. So it become 2449.9. 2449. So it become 2449.9. When the Q become 2444.9, then we again calculate the total cost, putting the 244.9, and we will get only 1.2248. And previously what we are getting 125. So only how much less? 2% less almost than the total cost of $125 when the reorder quantity was 200. When the reorder quantity was 200, then it is 125. When reorder quantity was 244.9, then cost become 122.48. So from which way we can see that when the reorder quantity is decreasing, our total cost is also decreasing. When demand is increasing, our total cost is also decreasing. In case when the demand is increasing, our total cost is also increasing. When reorder quantity is increasing, our cost is decreasing. So it is vice versa. So again we can see that we can calculate the reorder point, which is demand per day into lead time. So demand, how we calculate the demand? Demand is nothing but that D demand upon number of working days. So demand is 1000 and number of working days is 250. So 4 D demand is now become 8000. So number of working days 250. So we calculate 32, and L lead time is 3 days over here. So we can multiply this. We are getting reorder point over here. So this all we have learned about how to calculate the EOQ model. EOQ is economic order quantity. The ROP reorder point. We have learned what we have learned today. How to calculate the EOQ, economic order quantity. What is the holding cost, which is nothing but EOQ formula is under root 2ds by H. Then we are going to learn setup cost. Setup cost is nothing but what is that? D by Q into S. We will learn holding cost. Holding cost is nothing but Q by 2 into H. Then we have learned reorder point with nothing but D into L. We are going to look at D. D is nothing but demand by number of working days into L, lead that we have calculated. Then we have to calculate number of days, which is nothing but N. N is equal to D by L. What we have learned, and number of days is equal to demand upon number of days working, that we have calculated. These things we have learned from the this entire I can say that inventory. So basically in the inventory, these kind of question may come. My mentor said this kind of question you have to learn this economic order quantity, what is exactly the economic order quantity, how we will calculate. Then again the total cost, how we will calculate the total cost. Total cost is nothing but your setup cost plus holding cost. If the production is there, then we have added the production cost also, but in most of the cases it will not ask you the production cost. So basically you have to only jumbled with this formula, and you have to put the value what were given in your exam. So you have to put sorry, in the question you have to take that value, just like demand, then S, then here